Rasika, can you check and confirm YouTube, please?
Okay. Yeah, it's live now.
Thank you. Teruvan Saranai. It's great to see you again. This is the 7th episode of Revealing the Real Buddhism Season 1. This program is conducted by the Arya Dhamma Meditation Group, which is a registered charity in the UK. Today's program is a continuation from episode 6. There will be no Q&A session today, but you still can post questions on WhatsApp and they will be answered in session 8. All previous episodes are now available on YouTube. May I now ask Cirilaya to invite Thero to this platform.
Thank you. Dear Dhamma friends, we welcome you all to today's Dhamma discussion. Today also, Venerable Walasmulle Abhaya Thero is joining to lead the Dhamma discussion via Zoom. With all our respect, we do appreciate the Thero's invaluable contribution for us to understand the teachings of the Buddha. As a gratitude, we all get together and bless Venerable Thero to have a good health and a long life for his Dhammadana exercise. Now, I kindly invite Venerable Thero to commence the Dhamma discussion today. Theruvan Saranai.
Theruvan Saranai. Welcome for all the Dhamma friends. We have to thanks a lot to the Arya Dhamma Meditation Group UK about this organizing of this event, valuable event, and we have to offer some great merit to them because this is a very important event in our life to understand the real Buddhist teaching. Up to now we have explained a lot of theories and understanding about the what is Samma Ditti, Samma Sankappa, and what's Arya Prajna, and wisdom, what's Arya wisdom, supermundane wisdom, and Sila and discipline and Samadhi. We are going to do some furthermore some extension to that whatever we did up to now. And we are trying to do some practical session today by chanting the Karmasthana. And now you know what's Four Noble Truth. And according to the Four Noble Truth, you know that eightfold path we have to practice in day-to-day life. We have explained a lot of things how to practice as a Sattva Satipatthana, and now we have come to the Samadhi level. Now we are going to explain what is Karmasthana, how this Karmasthana is effective to get the mindfulness and immersion, that how it is happening and why we have already explained some amount, but other part we can explain today, and we can do some practice and live practice and show at the end of this session. Okay, shall we start? I think.
Morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the English translation service. Theruvan Saranai, Kalyana Mitra friends. We've already learned about our 5 senses, the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. And this slide will explain a little bit about the role of our mind. So all the sensory inputs has to go through the 5 aggregates to reach consciousness. In Pali, we call it Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, and Vijnana. And these sensory inputs in your mind could trigger greed, hatred, or delusion. So if your mind triggers these and the mind get involved, with greed, hatred, or delusion into any of these sensory inputs, then we call our mind is a salayatana. So that's the institution working in a different way. So then we will have a situation of grasping or grasping aggregates to these pleasant or unpleasant or upeksha sensory inputs. And to get rid of this grasp, we will have to contemplate insatiability, suffering, and worthlessness of these sensory input, which is called anicca, dukkha, anatta. So if we succeed in that, we come to a state of equanimity, which is a situation where your mind is not getting involved with these grasping states. If not, if you are matured, if you are understanding all this, your mind, when we get a sensory input, will remain in an equanimous state. And this is usually possible for an arahat or somebody who is in dhyana 4 level, that your mind will not get attached in different ways in greed or hatred or delusion for further grasping. So that means your mind is now in a prabhasvara state. That means it's in a clean state. But then there is the mind can get involved in a third way, and that's called manadhamma, which we'll explain a little bit later on. And that means you might recall some of the sensory senses that you had in the past, which may be triggering greed, hatred, or delusion. So your mind now works as a sensory organ.
This is very important phenomena in Buddhism. After 5 senses, eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body, the mind will start. Then after starting of the mind, then only Dhamma can touch with the mind. Then mind and Dhamma create the again thought. This is Manadhamma, thought. In this case, we are explaining mind is create later, but when you touch eye with some visual form, then your vijnana or mind is start. Then after starting of the mind, that all the dhamma mean the some very fine particle, is invisible, intangible dhamma, those are touched in the with the mind. Then again thoughts are creating. Then this is a new type of thought, not due to the visual form, sound, smell, tongue, taste or touch. This is due to some dhamma created earlier to the some particular time. That dhamma is invisible and intangible. No one can touch, no one can see, but it is there like a electromagnetic wave. Like electromagnetic wave, no one can see, no one can touch, but it is there. When the TV or radio switch on, then we can understand there should be wave, unless the TV or radio doesn't work. So electromagnetic wave very similar to electromagnetic wave. Dhamma is very similar to electromagnetic wave. This is a one way of creating the mind. That was a very important criteria.
So the sensory inputs that you're getting from your sensory organs, the eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body, are at present time only. So these sensory inputs enter your mind, and depending on your sankhara status, how the mind reacts to the sensory situations, you may have an aura. Now we're going to take a little bit. So aura is kind of electromagnetic energy that's coming out of your body. Now aura is invincible. You cannot see it through the naked eye. And this aura may enter a huge storage area called Dhamma. That's the storage area. And this storage area has karma vipaka from the past, kusala, akusala activities, and Dhamma from that, or avyakruta states as well. So it's a large area. And conceptually, we think this is probably a skeleton, a conceptual skeleton that we are presenting here for everyone to kind of understand what this Dhamma means. And the form or the electromagnetic energy that is there in this storage may be related or together with Nama Rupa, which is also invincible. And you can see arrows going forward and backwards from between these three areas, because we are not exactly sure which way these things are working, but there is indirect evidence to show that this is the case. So Thero will explain a little bit more about this situation.
When you keep on thinking about lustful, hateful, delusionally, if you go to the aura machine and if you put your hand on the aura machine and if you think in hateful manner, that as a aura, red color aura is emitting from your body, but this emission is, you can't directly visible, but with the electronic device they are showing. But even it is not visible, but in a computer monitor we can visible with the same color. But anyone who create the hateful thought create the red aura. If the lustful thought, it is create the yellow color aura. If someone delusional thought is a blue color aura. That's why there is only main three colors in the Newton's color palette. You have studied about Newton color palette in school. There are only main three colors, red, yellow and blue. So this aura is a small teeny light. To get that experience without any instrument or a machine, we can see our aura ourselves when you go to the third dhyana or fourth dhyana. From most of the people from third to fourth dhyana, the light comes. When you are in the dark room also, if you are doing the meditation at the fourth dhyana, lot of lights are come as very similar to some sunshine. Like a sunshine, there are a lot of huge light is come to around your body, and your whole body will lighted up with the light. Ultimately, it is come to a white aura, white light. But before that one, different type of colors you can see when you are doing the meditation. These lights, suppose that if you are in a dark room, no any external lights, but if you close your eye, then when you are go to the third and fourth dhyana, your whole around and your body is lighted up with the light. Even now you know that no any external lights are there, but then you can understand that the who create this light, the mind create the light. How? As a aura. This aura light is you know about if you study the physics in as a science, you know that light is has a duality nature of matter and energy. Light has characters of the energy and matter. So then the aura is created by mind. Then you can understand the aura is a light. Light is a matter and energy. So then you can understand this whole matter and energy. The creator is a mind. So that's some from science we can prove that one. And if you go to the dhyana, you can look yourself, you can experience that one. So whatever that light emit, that means very teeny particle, very small teeny particle, those are collect at this whole universe. When the whole beings in the universe is emitting this aura light, these materials are collecting at the whole universe, but very teeny, but with the very lengthy period of time, it may affect to our day-to-day life also. That aura, this is a very new phenomena, this new principle. And nowadays 3D aura machine also there, but in some countries there are some machines that aura can see a direct aura without a machine, but the thing is due to some reason they are not have in the market to buy for someone. But if you go to the dhyana, for some people they can see the others aura also. So that's really a practical thing when you are doing the meditation and when you are doing the dhyana, then only you can understand this one properly, because with the practical only we can show this one, unless no one can show the our aura is like this and that one. But if you are doing the if you are try to do the meditation, then you can experience this all the things.
Just to mention on this slide, there's a spelling error that's pointed out by one of the participants, which I'm most grateful about. It's the invincible should spell as invisible, because the invisible is the meaning that we are referring to here. So let's go to the next slide. Now, because we are talking about the aura, it's important that we talk about a little bit about the light that we can see. So the normal human eye will respond to wavelengths from 400 nanometers, that's violet, to 750 nanometers, that's red. So we can see the wavelengths in this range, which is actually very small section of the wavelengths that we know already. Like if the wavelengths are, say, longer, you get, say, broadcast bands, radio, radar, microwave, infrared. If it's shorter, then you get cosmic rays, gamma rays, X-rays, and so on. So the shorter wavelengths means higher frequency. Longer wavelengths means shorter frequencies, smaller frequencies. So this is something that we wanted to show, because we are talking about aura at the moment. And the natural white light is a combination of different colors, wavelengths, and there is no wavelengths for the white light. That's also something we need to understand. So if we go from there, this is the range that most of us will see, others may not, but there may be gifted eye people who may visualize other wave ranges. And these people may even see aura in some people. So there are people who may see in different ways aura as well. So here we go. We've already now, naked eye, we see this one. So if you have enough light, a camera will see this picture. But CCTV cameras, for example, in the complete dark, when there is absolutely no light, it can capture an image. How it does it is, it will send infrared radiation and then get the reflection back, so to interpret an image. So this is how something invisible to your normal eye becomes visible. So infrared light is not visible to human eye. So the camera actually converts the image to human eye visible range in its display. So when it displays it, this invisible light gets converted to something that is visible. So this is important, particularly when we are talking about the aura machine. Now, aura is invisible to most of us. It's an individual energy emission. So, and you can call it an emotional energetic map. And these rays that's coming out of your body goes through what is called a transducer. Transducer is one form of energy is converted to another form of energy by a transducer. And these energies that's coming from your body can be recognized by this transducer, and then it get validated. For example, you get several people, see what the rays they are coming when they're angry, and then you look similar, and the transducer will validate to say these rays, this particular kind of rays comes when you're angry. So the validator's rays may look red. So this is how the aura is generated. So you have colors for different emotions, and then that is this transducer validated image only what you are seeing. So that is what that is there. But as I told you, the gifted human eye that's away from the normal range may still see the aura.
This aura machine is very important in this type of experiment even. Nowadays 3D aura machine also there. A lot of energy level and how much our chakras are open. There are 7 chakras within our body, astral body. The different color for the different chakras, red for root, and likewise there are 7 colors for 7 chakras, and whatever the amount that energy chakras releasing, and if there's any blockages and those things we can check with this aura machine. It's very important when we are monitoring the someone's meditation. Then with the different stage we can take the aura photo and get some idea about the progress of the meditation. Likewise we can use this one for as a scientific database we can collect.
So we've already thought about the thoughts that's rising in your mind, and it's the thoughts that leads to actions, and the action results in vipaka. We've talked about various types of vipaka, but let's see, these actions can fall into 4 broad groups. You have kusala actions and laukika kusala actions, and that's the kind of thing that you want to do, or you think you should be doing if you want to go to heaven. Then you have a combined situations where laukika kusala and laukika akusala actions, and that's the one that you ends up again in the human world. Or you might have laukika akusala actions that may promote you to go to hell. So this is kind of things that we normally believe how it might work. But then you have lokatara kusala actions. You do these things, and that has no result, but it actually helps you get to a nirvana state.
This is a very important thing. This is called really a paticca samuppada. If you do the 10 immoral action, that is laukika akusal, it lead to the hell. The kusala akusala both together, it is in a human life we are experiencing the vipaka as a good and bad, both are together. But if you do the without lokotra kusal, laukika kusal, that means dana, sila, bhavana and those things, those are to the heaven. But if you do the lokotra kusala mean super mundane merit way, that is lead to the nirvana. That is the super mundane first dhyana, second dhyana, third dhyana, fourth dhyana. And this samma samadhi is the lokotara kusala marga or eightfold path. That is only for attain sovan, sagadagami, anagami, arihat. First stream enterer, second stream enterer, third stream enterer, fourth stream enterer. That's the results of the lokotara kusala way.
So now we will focus a little bit about another word that is called Udaya Vajnana, which is also named as Udaya Abhaya Jnana. So Udaya means arising, and Vaya means cessation, Jnana means wisdom. So if you summarize this to the Four Noble Truths that we've actually learned before, called Dukkha, the truth of suffering, Samudaya, the truth of the origin of suffering, Nirodha, the truth of the end of suffering, and Magga, the truth of the path to the end of suffering. We've learned all this. The Udaya section, that means the arising of gratification, are the situations that are linked to dukkha and samudaya. So the sensory inputs, the 5 aggregates, that's panchaskandha. Then raga, dvesha, moha, that's pancha upadana skandha. Then the 10 immoral actions. Then we're talking about anicca, dukkha, anatta, linked to asada and adinava. All that are termed udaya vaya jnana or udaya wisdom, the rising of gratification wisdom. Then you have the cessation of gratification wisdom. That's vaya jnana, means how it's nissarana, satra satipatthana, the noble eightfold path, and how it leads to ending of suffering. Now, this bit of wisdom and understanding is called vaya jnana. So when we have understood the Four Noble Truths and its related components, then we do having Udaya Vaya Jnana. That means Udaya Vaya wisdom.
In Patisambhida, it is mentioned that Udaya Vaya Jnana is the anicca. Anicca is Udaya Vaya Jnana. How these gratifications are arising with the Paticcasamuppada, and how the all the gratifications is with the Noble Eightfold Path. When we are doing the dhyana, first, second, third, fourth dhyana, at the fourth dhyana, there no any avidya. At the fourth dhyana, at the first dhyana, no any raga, lustful thought. At the fourth dhyana, no avidya. But when you are practicing the dhyana up to fourth dhyana, then you are cease all the gratification for a moment, for a time period. You are practicing this dhyana. So suppose that you are in 2-hour session in fourth dhyana. That means within this 2 hour, you don't arise in the avidya, ignorance. So when from the Chaturtha dhyana, fourth dhyana, when you are coming down, third, fourth, first, second, first, and to the normal Kama Bhumi, then you are again in rising the gratification. After first dhyana, then you are come to the Kama Bhumi, that means it's a normal life. Then you are raising the gratification. Then it's called Udayana. Then when you are practicing the dhyana, this is the principle, but you can really experience. So when you look at some visual forms without go to the dhyana, then you can just look at that one with the lustful, hateful, delusional thought. You are creating the gratification. But when you go to the fourth dhyana and look at the same object but without gratification, but in normal life, no one is experienced the things without avidya. So at the fourth dhyana, you can really experience the any object, Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankara, Vijnana, 5 aggregate without any gratification. Either Sankara Dukkha, Vipanama Dukkha, Dukkha Dukkha, lustful, hateful, delusional thought. Without this lustful, delusional the thought, you can look at the 5 aggregate absolutely without any judgment. You can, as it is, you can experience at the fourth dhyana. This is the some experience you have to get Udaya Jnana. First of all, you have to listen to Dhamma and how this Udaya and Vaya according to the Patisamuppada and understand, and then you can do the practice and experience this Udaya Jnana.
So this is what Abhaya Thero just summarized. You normally at Kamagumi, and then you have dhyana levels achievement with meditation. Meditation means that you will replace your vitarka vichara with savitarka savichara or supramundane thoughts, and then you might reach dhyana 4. We have not spoken much about beyond dhyana 4. There are higher levels of achievements as well, but those levels has to be achieved by yourself, because no one can direct you like what is done here from dhyana 1 to dhyana 4. So beyond that, it depends each one's capability and commitment to go beyond this dhyana 4 level. And we've already talked about the various features of dhyana levels, like happiness and then comfort, and eventually seeing lights as well. But these are complex and also overlapping. So that needs to be understood as well. So there's another thing that you need to understand about dhyana. If you ask from people who reach dhyana, you have 4 categories. Some people have achieved only dhyana only. Some have achieved what is dhyana and also what is called samapatti. We'll explain that a little bit. Some have achieved only samapatti only and no achievement. In samapatti, you will be conscious, but you will lose the sensations or sensory organ inputs to partially or fully and so on. That is what is called samapatti. So during meditation, all our 5 senses are working. And at any level of dhyana, one must remain fully conscious and aware of the 5 senses. If not, you are either at samapatti, no 5 senses, but fully conscious, or asleep. So that needs to be understood as well. So if you are feeling that you are entering samapatti during meditation, partially open your eyes to stay afloat during meditation. So you can avoid going from dhyana to samapatti by opening your eyes during meditation.
When you are in the at first, when you are practicing this dhyana or karmasthana meditation, because first of all you have to complete this first, second, third, fourth dhyana. Then only it is advisable to you to experience the dhyana samapatti. Because while you are doing the dhyana, if you go to the third or second dhyana, those second and third dhyanas are very comfortable, very happy, and pleasure and happiness are there. When you go to the samapatti, it is very difficult to go to the fourth dhyana. Why? You are attached into that dhyana. There may be some cases because there are some guys are there. They can't go to the fourth dhyana more than 6 months also, trying to from third to fourth dhyana, because third dhyana and second dhyana there are a lot of pleasures are there and happiness are there. So you may attach to this one because you are not become arahat, because also already you have some lustful thought where that attachment may be to the dhyana. So while you are practicing the karmasthana, first of all you complete the up to 4th dhyana and then you try to go to the samapatti. That's better as a advice, but it should be not a must, but it's advisable as a because we had lot of experience with the people. According to the experience they are explaining, I think better to do the dhyana first and up to 4th dhyana, and then you try to practice the samapatti.
So we are now coming to a state where we need to introduce you to meditation and then try to get some experiences of meditation practice and maybe the experience of some dhyana achievements as well. This is what we are trying to explain next.
As a karmasthana, we are chanting some karmasthana. While we are chanting the karmasthana, there may be, you may have experienced some internal happiness and pleasure, and your backbone may be straightened as a stiff your backbone. That's called Kundalini awakening. Some energies from root of the backbone to the head, some energy may be flowing that you can feel. That's called Kundalini awakening. This type of things last time also we explained a lot of things. While you are doing the karmasthana, some tearing and sweating and something, maybe some body difference also maybe happen. So this is a very happy and pleasure state when you go to the first, second, third, fourth dhyana. So okay.
Right. So the all generally when we start a meditation session, we start with this chanting, which is starts with the term Ittipiso Bhagava. Arahan Samma Sambuddho Vijja Karana Sampanno Sugato Lokavidu Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati Satta Deva Manussaram Buddho Bhagavati. This verse actually describes 9 divine qualities of Buddha. But it is also chanted as a karmasthana because in the modern terms, that is our vision. That is what we want to achieve. And that is why we put it at the very beginning of karmasthana. And you will listen to this in a different way in the next slide. And then Thero is explaining a little bit better.
So in as a 9 qualities of Lord Buddha, actually the Buddha mean if we can cessation all the Paticcasamuppada, that's called Buddha. Bhava Uddha Buddha. In Paticcasamuppada, at the end of this Paticcasamuppada, Bhava is there. If you can cease the Bhava, that means Bhava Uddha Buddha. So whatever these 9 qualities are, if you take as a very simple, no any lustful thought, no hateful thought, no delusional thought. So different 9 word qualities is different. but same meaning. But different words are there, different. But if you take as a one meaning, there are no any lustful thought, there are no any hateful, there are no any delusional thought. Ragakyo nibbanam, desakyo nibbanam, mohakyo nibbanam. There is the fulfillment of the even Arahat and Lord Buddha. So these 9 qualities, when you are chanting, you have to keep on thinking the meaning of this. All these 9 qualities are since all the gratifications are insatiable, so we are not creating any lustful thought, hateful thought, and delusional thought. Since the lustful, delusional thoughts are insatiable, we are cease these all the thoughts. So not all the thoughts, all the lustful, delusional, hateful, and delusional thought. So with the with the meaning of this word, you can go to the dhyana. This is our ultimate achievement. So these 9 qualities are ultimate achievement. So if someone is with the cease all these lustful, hateful, delusional thought, that person called perfect one or become arahat. So he or she has that 9 qualities. So this is what you have to think. All the cravings are not there. No any lustful, hateful, delusional thought. No any lustful, hateful, delusional paticca, and all are cease. That's what you have to keep on thinking and contemplating while we are chanting this itipi so bhagava arahang karmasthana. This is also one type of karmasthana. If you know the Four Noble Truth, then you can get this as a karmasthana, because they also explain about the peacefulness of the nibbana and worthlessness of the this whole gratification.
So we will explain further karmasthana in English for the next few minutes. And then we will proceed after that to chant these. So one of the commonest karmasthanas, and a very powerful one, is aham avero homi, abhyapajjo homi, anigo homi, sukhi attanam pariharami, sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. Now this karmasthana say aham avero homi means, may I be free from enmity, hostility, malice, ill will, fear and danger. Abhyapajjo homi means, may I be free from lust and greed. Anigo homi, may I be free from raga, dvesha, moha, mental and physical suffering. Sukhi attanam pariharami, live happily with nivan sukha. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta means, may all beings be well, happy and free from suffering.
This is a very powerful metta meditation. Aham avero homi mean with the cravings, if you take the lustful, hateful, delusional thought, biggest dirty created by the delusion. Second one is hatefulness. But it's called hatefulness is very biggest but very easy to cease. But lust is very less dirty, but it is very difficult to cease. So first of all, we hope all the beings are away from the hateful thought. No any hateful. Abhya, the word bhaya means lustful and attachment. Abhyapajjo means your cessation of this lustful thought. Sukhi attanam pariharami means anigo homi means the word niga is defined as lustful, hateful, delusional thought. If you are absence of lustful, hateful, delusional thought, it's called anigo homi. There's a Tripitaka Sutta, Niga Sutta, that's called Aniga, mean opposite of this one. Sukhiyatanam Parihara mean after become a Arahat, you are practicing a very blissful life. You are very happy life. Sabbe Satta Bhavanta Sukhitata mean this Nibbana Sukha is attained for all the beings in the universe. So this is a very powerful metta meditation. You have to chant. We will show you in the next session. We are chanting and we can do and practice in this karmasthana. These are called karmasthana. The karmasthana, you are not creating the karma. When you are chanting and when you are lust, empty of lustful, hateful, delusional thought, you are not creating the karma.
Another karmasthana is anicca vata sankhara upadavaya dhammino upaddicva nirujjanti tesang upasamo sukho. Now this means we remain with the six senses generating kleshas until we realize all that is anicca or doesn't fulfill our wish. We get rid of all avisankara, that's greed, hatred, and delusion, and prevent generation of all pancha upadana skandha. That means the laminated asada or bonding that we talked about. Then in the future, all raga, dvesha, moha related klesha and asada should be nirodha, as it's all anicca and dukkha. Then when that happens, we reach ultimate happiness, nirvana.
In Mahani Desapali in Tripitaka, that mention this is the main key karmasthana of all the arhat, that means perfect one. So the anicca vata sankhara mean we all the beings are doing the six senses. We are using six faculties to get the asada, but these also all are anicca, insatiable. So upada vaidamino mean all the gratifications are raised and all are vanish. That means vaya. That means cease. So upajjita nirujjanti. So all are, since this all the gratifications are insatiable. So whatever the gratification we are try to raise should be ceased. Tesang upa samosukho mean if we cease this all the attachment, then there's a supreme bliss of nibbana. So this is the chanting about the nibbana and how this nibbana achieve. This is a very good karmasthana for when we are doing the dhyana.
Then the next karmasthana we'll refer to as Sabba papassa akaranam kusalassa upasampada sachitta pariyodapanam etam buddhanusasana. Now this means cease all immoral evil. Cultivate moral supramundane merit and truth. Control your kusala akusala thoughts, understanding the Four Noble Truths. And this is the Buddhist core principle in doctrine.
This is also very powerful karmasthana. But just looking at this one, you can't understand this is the Lord Buddha's core teaching. But Four Noble Truth is not there. By just looking at this one, you can't see, but it is there. Sabba papa sakana means immoral evil action you get to see. And kusala super samada, there are two types of kusala merits are there, super mundane and mundane. In here we are referring as a super mundane merit, lokotra kusal. Sachitta pariyo dapana, there's a word pariyo. The word pariyo means according to that Four Noble Truth. that this phrase is explaining in the Tripitaka. The pariyo mean according to the Four Noble Truth. If your mind is controlled, your mind is seized with the lustful, hateful, delusional thought according to the Four Noble Truth, it is called Sachitta Pariyodapanang. Etam Buddhana Sasana, mean that's a core teaching of Lord Buddha. This also all the Four Noble Truth and Patissamuppada and lot of Dhamma phrases and Dhamma teachings are there with this karmas. And when you keep on chanting, contemplating this karmasthana, you have to keep on thinking the meaning of this karmasthana in super mundane way, not in mundane way. Then only you can go to the super mundane dhyana.
So the next karmasthana is etang santang etam panitang yadidam sabba sankara samato sabbupadi nissaggo tanhakayo virago nirodho nibbananti. So this means this is peaceful, this is excellent, namely the stilling of all preparations, the relinquishment of all assets, the destruction of craving, detachment, cessation, extinction. It is the only peace, the only happiness. If I do not attach lustfully, hatefully, or by delusion to any senses, my mind will not be contaminated. I cease all these attachments from my mind and experience the resulting pure mind filled with happiness and blissfulness. Prevent abhisankara from arising through eliminating tanha, that's excess greed, and thus stopping the arising of defilements, which is nibbana. Nirodha means cessation of klesha, and nibbana is detachment. This detachment creates liberation from this world.
One day, Ananda Thero goes to see the Lord Buddha and asks, Tathagata, are there any chanting, contemplating something, but that is not describing any worldly matter, anything belonging to the world, either visual or audible or smelling or touch or taste or anything. There are in Manasikara Sutra, Ananda Thero asks, what should be contemplating, what should be thinking, keep on thinking to get the dhyana, samadhi, without thinking of the worldly matter. The Lord Buddha is saying, yes, Ananda, there are some phrases that this is the things. Etan santang etam panitang yaddan sabba sankara samato sabbupati patnisago tannaka viraganunda nibbananti. This is a phase you have to keep on thinking with the meaning to gain the samma samadhi. But if you think of this karmasthana, if you follow this, if you have already followed this, all the meaning, so then you can understand. When you understand this one, then you keep on your mind to the dutu nivan shanti. That means whatever the already you have seized some amount of lustful, hateful, delusional thought, not the fully, but partially you have seized. Whatever the portion that you have already seized is called as dutu nivan shanti. That means you have seized. Why? Is all the gratification, all the lustful, delusional thoughts are insatiable. Just understand the insatiability, involuntary, your lot of lustful, hateful, delusions also go away. It's a cease already. Whatever the portion that you have already seized, called as dutu nivan shanti. So in this karmasthana, you are always focused to the dutu nivan shanti. Dutu nivan shanti, that means whatever the peace in your mind. So that is already, that peace is there, nibbana is there. That amount is you are going to increase by chanting this karmasthana. This is in Anguttara Nikaya, Manasikara Sutra. It's Ananda, Lord Buddha is explained to the Ananda Thero. So this is a very nice karmasthana to chant to get the dhyana.
Then the karmasthana sessions generally end with this karmasthana, which is named Nanti me saranang anyang, Buddho me saranang varang, Natti me saranang anyang, Dhammo me saranang varang, Natti me saranang anyang, Sangho me saranang varang, Natti me saranang anyang, Nibbhanam paramang sutang. So this usually ends karmasthana chanting, and if you have achieved any samadhi, you can stay in that samadhi until you can seize that situation when you want. So there's usually a gap of about 2 minutes between karmasthana, and in the next session, Thero is going to chant karmasthana 3 times, each followed by 2 minutes silence. And this 2 minute silence, you can use this time to think of the meaning of the karmasthana that you had already sung. So that way you will be able to achieve a higher status as you go along, because your mind will get focused into what is just described as Dutinivan Shanti.
After chanting the karmasthana, you have to get the meaning of this karmasthana. While we are in silence, you have to keep on thinking the meaning of the karmasthana. So while we are chanting and thinking about this karmasthana meaning, you are not thinking in lustful, hateful, delusional thought, because you are ceasing these all the things and you are keep on thinking Nekkama avyapada avihimsa. Nekkama means you are away from all that lustful thought. Avyapada means you are not any hateful thought and delusional thought. So this is some tricks what we use to purify the contaminated mind already. So that contaminated, all the contaminated dirty, we can purify with all these karmas and chanting.
So this karmasthana means no other refuge do I seek. The Buddha and Dhamma and Sangha are my refuge, true. Seek complete detachment to leave all attachments. By the speaking of this truth, may reach the peaceful victory, nirvana. So as usual, we would like to receive your comments, suggestions to the following email. And today there is no Q&A. The reason is this changes because the last session today is Karmasthana, and therefore the listening disciples shall not be disturbed at the end, allowing them to peacefully perceive the returns of their achievements in jhana. So that is why there will be no Q&A session today. And this session will be led by Abhaya Thero. And we will have, just have to explain that you can be seated during session very comfortably, and closing eyes may help you to focus, but the relevant slide that of this karmasthana that is being sung will be there on the slides as well, so that you can open your eyes to read and understand if you have forgotten what it meant. And there'll be a 2 minutes silence between karmasthana, allowing you to think about the karmasthana that you have just sung. So that is what we are going to do. There'll be a 5 minutes silence today rather than a break. It is good to focus on anicca dukkha anatta during this silence. So at the end of 5 minutes, the karmasthana sessions will start.
I am going to chant this karmasthana. Just after chanting of myself, then you also can chant after my chanting according to the rhythm what I chant and according to the timing what I chant. Okay, shall we start? Iti so bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati itipi so bhagava araham samma sambuddho vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati itipi so bhagava araham samma sambuddho vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati Aham avero homi. Abhyapajjo homi. Anigo homi. Suki attanam pariharami. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukitatta. Aham aviro homi. Abhyapajjo homi. Anigo homi. Suki attanam pariharami. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukitatta. Aham avero homi. Abhyapajjo homi. Anigo homi. Suki attanam pariharami. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukitatta. අනිච්චාවත සංඛාරා උප්පාද වය ධම්මිනෝ uppajjitta niruddhanti te සංසුප සමෝසුකෝ අනිච්චාවත සංඛාරා උප්පාද වය ධම්මිනෝ uppajjitta niruddhanti te සංවූප සමෝසුකෝ අනිච්චාවත සංඛාරා උප්පාද වය ධම්මිනෝ uppajjitta niruddhanti te සංවූප සමෝසුකෝ අනිච්චාවත සංඛාරා උප්පාද වය ධම්මිනෝ uppajjitta niruddhanti te සංවූප සමෝසුකෝ සම්බ පාපස්ස අකරණං කුසලස්ස උපසම්පදා සචිත්ත පරියෝදපනං ඒතම් බුද්ධාන ශාසනං සබ්බපාපස්ස අකරණං කුසලස්ස උපසම්පදා සචිත්ත පරියෝදපනං ඊතං බුද්ධාන ශාසනං සබ්බපාපස්ස අකරණං කුසලස්ස උපසම්පදා සචිත්ත පරියෝදපනං ඊතං බුද්ධාන ශාසනං ඒතං සන්තම් ඒතම් පනීතම් යදිදං සබ්බ සංකාර සමතෝ සබ්බූපදී පටි නිස්සග්ගෝ තන්නක්කයෝ විරාගෝ නිරෝධෝ නිබ්බානන්ති ඒතං සන්තං ඒතං පනීතං යදිදම් සබ්බ සංකාර සමතෝ සබ්බූපදී පටි නිස්සග්ගෝ තන්නක්කයෝ විරාගෝ Nirodho Nibbananti Etang santang etang panitang Yadidang sabba sankara samato Sabbupadi pati nissango Tannakayo Virago Nirodho Nibbananti Natti me saranang anyang buddho me saranang varang Natti me saranang anyang dhammo me saranang varang Natti me saranang anyang sangho me saranang varang Natti me saranang anyang nibbanang paramang sukang Natti me saranang anyang buddho me saranang varang නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං ධම්මෝ මේ සරණං වරං නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං සංඝෝ මේ සරණං වරං නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං නිබ්බානං පරමං සුඛං නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං බුද්ධෝ මේ සරණං වරං නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං ධම්මෝ මේ සරණං වරං නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං සංඝෝ මේ සරණං වරං නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං නිබ්බානං පරමං සුඛං